From Coventry. I'm a Christian minister. Since the Holy Quran preaches tolerance, why is it that in so many countries there is open persecution by Islam, especially of Christians? Thank you, sir.
This question can be best answered in the form of a question. If you are well read in the history of Christianity of say 200 and 300 years ago, and it was understood and practiced in Spain or in England in the days when, for the allegation that somebody was practicing sorcery, women particularly were burnt alive. All that was done in the name of Christianity, was it not? If you happen to be born in that period, what would be your answer? That is my answer today, when I am born in this period, in defense of Islam. Religion is one thing, and the distorted behavior of its followers is quite a different thing. You must never judge and condemn religion with reference to the behavior, which again is a time-related behavior, an age-related behavior of its followers. Otherwise there will be no consistency left in human affairs at all. Christians of the time of Jesus Christ, they are the example. Christians of the time of 300 years of Roman rule, when they were persecuted and fed to the beasts of jungle. That is also a message of Christianity which we can read from there. Christianity of the period when the Christianity had gained state powers, and not only non-Christians were not tolerated, but also the Christians themselves suffered at the hand of the Christians themselves. What happened in the time of Isabel and Ferdinand and Isabella is a most horrid history of Christian unfolding, which was not Christian at all. But all sects which did not belong to Catholicism were ill-treated to such extent and with such imbecility, as when you read, it's impossible for you to hold your tears when you read about how Christians of our denomination were treated by Isabella and Ferdinand, not themselves, but under the influence of church of that period. So this is a different issue altogether. If you want to really investigate into the Islamic teaching, go to the Quran, understand the Quran and understand it with the help of the Hadith, and there too there will be enough problems obstructing the passage of genuine inquiry. Because if you start reaching the Quran through the vantage point of Sunnis, you will get a different message. If you do it from the vantage point of Wahhabis, you will get a different message, and so on. So this evidence of Muslims working against the interests of the Muslims themselves or subjecting them to torture is not a religious issue. It is an issue of human distortion. When it takes place in politics, it creates such ugliness in politics. When it takes place in religion, it creates such ugliness in religion. So it's a human fault which one has no right to transfer to the religious teachings or the founders of religions. And again, it's a phase of history. It will get over, and new views, visions will be born out of the same people of this generation in the next generations to come. Like you yourself know from your personal experience, can any poor woman can be burnt alive or thrown to bound with feet and hands bound into a pond for the mere reason that she was a sorceress or accused to be sorceress. And the logic behind all this was, if she confesses, She should be burnt alive. If she does not confess, she should be thrown into a pond with hands and feet bound. Why so? Because if she is a sorceress, she will not drown, even being so helpless apparently. And if she drowns, then okay, she'll go to heaven. She's innocent, but she'll go to heaven. Now, this was the distorted logic of some Christians, or so-called Christians I should say, of England in your own history. Can you find such distortions anywhere in the world of Islam today? Not to be compared at all. 5,000 innocent English ladies were put to stake and burnt alive merely on the charge that they practiced witchcraft. In one reign only, in the reign of only one queen. So I'm not blaming you at all. I'm asking you, are you justified in blaming this onto Christianity, despite the fact that the perpetrators of these crimes did blame it upon Christianity? They had no right to do so, nor we have, nor you have. Thank you.